The Cowboys quarterback has actually been pretty good under pressure this season. He ranks 5th in QBR, throwing 7 touchdowns and just 1 interception. It's the avoidable mistakes that have plagued Prescott of late, as he ranks 24th in QBR when kept clean. He has 7 thrown touchdowns to 8 thrown interceptions in those situations. Sort of begs the question, Mina, why the mistakes for Dak when not under pressure?
Well, it's interesting, Phil. So right now, Dak Prescott has the 2nd highest interception rate in the NFL. Last 4 years, he was nowhere near the top, never an interception rate above 2%. Now it's at 3.6%. The reason for that, and I think also what explains the nature of some of the interceptions you're seeing, like tipped picks, miscommunications with wide receivers, is not pressure, it's aggression. So this year, amongst quarterbacks with at least 200 passing attempts, Dak is 1st in the NFL in the percentage of throws that are into tight windows. Last year, he ranked 24th. He is trying to force some difficult passes, I think unnecessarily. Now, you don't want to coach the aggression out of him or scheme it out of him, because it is also responsible for some of the big plays. But I think him and Kellen need to find a way to dial it back, because it is leading to some of these unforced errors.
MK, I 100% agree with you, and that's why I go to the ground game and safe throws, right? Get him in rhythm. I think Dak, to your point, is pressing because he wants to, put up points at a high clip. And when everybody is talking about all of these things, Dallas #1 in scoring, you kind of, in him and Kellen Moore, who I think are the most responsible parties for the success down the road, you kind of get caught up in that, right? And you want to make big plays happen instead of taking the ones that are available to you based on Tony Pollard and obviously Zeke Elliott. Look, the calling card for this football team is the running game, all right? And last year they got away from it, and they started to struggle and sputter offensively down the stretch. Stay in line with that. Use the screen game. We saw Tony Pollard get 2 dump downs that ended up in touchdowns, a check down that ended up in a touchdown. Those are fine to allow yourself to open up things downfield. And we've seen once play action is available, Dak is throwing the guys that have space and room to operate in the middle of the field. So get back to that instead of coming out and saying, I'm going to be a 350-yard thrower this game.
And they might have through a little bit at least on Sunday, Swagoo, as the Jaguars offense is playing really good football, which is why I'm going to ask Swagoo about that Cowboys defense. How can they neutralize, RC, I'm going to ask you about Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars offense. What kind of challenges do they present against the Cowboys defense?
No, it's all good. I've been eating good, man. I'm like Lil Swagoo over there. That's why I got this sweater on, Phil. Don't even trip.
Come on now.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm thick over here with 2 C's. With 2 C's. Listen, you know what? When you think about this Jaguars team, the reason they've been playing better is protection, right? They've been keeping Trevor Lawrence clean. And in the last 5 games, he has 10 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. And also, we're starting to see some of these athletic pieces that they put around him get to work. Evan Ingram has been extremely good down the stretch here. Zay Jones has been a guy who's been great with the run after the catch, and now they're finding ways to also incorporate Travis Etienne. What they have to do is continue to keep Trevor clean, use the run game, but also get the football out of his hands and make the back end of the Dallas Cowboys make tackles and make plays in space. This Jacksonville Jaguars team is one of those teams where when they're on, they can beat anybody in the NFL, and I think they'll find a way, at least offensively, to make this game extremely tough for this Dallas Cowboys defense.
RC, just for the record, it's Keyshawn's fault. We spent too much time together this week. Me mixing up names, just a byproduct of being around Key. My apologies to you. Hey, we're all picking the Cowboys in this game. We'll see if they can take care of business again with a win. Punch a playoff ticket.
Every bad thing that happened on this show today is Mina's fault, and she know why.
That's right.
It's her fault. Every bad thing.
Nobody go on Twitter right now.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.